Benvinguts i benvingudes a aquesta roda de premsa de presentació del Festival Mozart nits d'estiu. Aquesta segona edició d'aquest festival que ens permet amb l'orquestra fer una incursió als repertoris clàssics i, per tant, d'alguna manera fer una neteja també, tots plegats, un projecte que, de fet, ara que tenim aquí la sort que ens acompanya el Joan Oller, havíem fet amb l'orquestra justament prèvia a la temporada, el mes de setembre, ara el fem post-temporada, per tant, el mes de juny-juliol, amb 3 projectes, com dèiem, el projecte inaugural que comentarem tot seguit, i avui agraeixo que ens acompanyi la Stephanie Childress, la directora d'aquesta inauguració, amb un segon concert que ens dirigirà el director francès Lionel Bringuier, que torna a l'OBC en aquest cas per dirigir la quarta de Beethoven i el tercer concert per a violí de Mozart amb la solista Nicola Benedetti, i el tancament d'aquest festival una tercera setmana al Palau de la Música, en aquest cas, amb una de les batutes, diria, més experimentades en el terreny segur de la música antiga i també del classicisme, com és Dani Spasa, de casa nostra, i dirigint un concert d'àries de Gluck i Mozart que cantarà Yulia Letneva. Aquesta vegada, però, ens centrem en el programa inaugural, un programa inaugural que, com us deia, dirigirà la Stephanie, que torna a dirigir l'orquestra en un període molt curt de temps, perquè va estar just amb nosaltres dirigint la gira que vam fer per Catalunya, amb concerts a Reus i Lleida. Reus, no? Vam anar també. Amb un èxit extraordinari, amb un feedback per part dels músics superentusiasta i del públic, on vam dedicar el concert a Tchaikovsky i Prokofiev, si no recordo malament. I ara hem tingut la sort de poder-la reconvidar de seguida per tornar a l'auditori aquesta vegada per dirigir Mozart, sobretot, no només. Però, si us sembla, parlem una mica del programa amb la Stephanie. We're going to talk in English, I guess, no?
If that's possible,
okay,
yes.
That's good. So, it's you're back after just a few months. Tell us a little bit your first feelings with the orchestra. How was the tour with your first encounter with the OBC?
Well, I'm so pleased to be back and so pleased to be in the Auditori as well, which is my first time here. But I remember the first time I met the orchestra in February for this sort of Tchaikovsky heavy program. I mean, the sound that came out of that orchestra, for the first rehearsal, we started with the Romeo and Juliet, and it was really incredible. And I think over the week and over the tour as well, I was just amazed to see how, the music making became even better and even better. And even when I thought, we couldn't go any higher, they kept surprising me and we kept surprising each other. And I mean, that's sort of my biggest and my greatest sort of memory of conducting the orchestra, and now being back, it brings back those memories. We have the Mozart program, which is itself very difficult and very intricate with, and very fun as well, trying to make it so light. But we also have Lieu retrouvé, piece by Thomas Adès, which is equally challenging, but they seem to always be up for a challenge, which is, it's amazing to find and really amazing to be able to work with that sort of quality of players.
Fantastic. We just had a week of recording with new music, with 2 new pieces, not from Thomas, but Héctor Parra and other Catalan major composers. And I was just going to ask you about Thomas. They worked with Thomas this last season also, some of his works. How is this work going? Was today the first rehearsal?
It was today the first rehearsal. We just had a quick reading before Kian, the soloist, comes. But actually, it's funny you say that you've just been doing new music, because I could feel they were really in the contemporary music groove. They, all the rhythms were very good already and very precise, and we could even start making music. I mean, they're very quick orchestra as well. But it's nice to know that they were prepped by doing some contemporary recordings beforehand.
And also, I was thinking, you played there with last time with Sergei Dogadin, no? Dogadin.
Yes.
So very young and
yeah.
very strong soloists both times. Again, now this with Kian.
Absolutely. I mean, Sergei it was a dream to play, to conduct with him and to make music with him, especially for the Tchaikovsky violin concerto, which is really his concerto. But I've heard so much about Kian, and I've seen his kind of meteoric rise over the last few years. So I'm very excited to work with him.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit more about you and your past. I think you were a violinist yourself, no?
I was, yes. I was a violinist.
You are, we could say.
I know. Unfortunately, you can never stop being a violinist. So I started the violin when I was very young, and it's really informed the way that I make music, because a lot of my experiences were playing in youth orchestras and playing under conductors, some good, some not so good. And I think it's a great way of learning about not only obviously conducting, which was my interest, but learning how to play with people. And I think that's one of the things that I really get from this orchestra in particular, is that they're very united. I think, and that's actually quite rare to find sometimes in an orchestra nowadays, to feel people who really want to play together and who are there to play together. But of course, as a violinist, my background, especially in the Mozart program, really informs the way that I want this to be played and the style as well. And I hope that I can talk to them, as violinist to violinist about bowings and stuff. But it's really informed my development, I think.
And so you were mentioning Mozart, and that's also one of my questions, actually. What's your relationship with the composer, and what major projects are coming with him? I think there's things.
There are things,
already.
yeah. I was just telling you, actually, I'm in a bit of a Mozart fix. The next 6 months, I'm doing a lot of classical period music, and Mozart is really at the fore of that. I'm conducting my first Nozze di Figaro on Glyndebourne tour in the autumn, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, and I've read a lot in preparation for these few months about Mozart, and biographies and treaties and documents. And so I feel I'm really in a beautiful kind of Mozart headspace right now. And I'm very happy.
That's fantastic. Yeah. That's fantastic. And Tom, have you ever worked with him before? I suppose, being half English, we could say, no?
Yes. I think we've always sort of missed each other, but he's obviously a very notable presence in the English music making world, and actually on the global landscape as well. Quite funnily enough, on my last year at university, I actually did my dissertation on Thomas Adès.
I see.
I did an essay about his operas. So now to be doing his music, is a real pleasure, and I hope to keep doing it. I mean, he's honestly one of my favorite composers. So.
He's one of the big ones, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, obviously, I don't want to go back too much there, because it seems like ages ago now. But we met you in La Maestra. That was our first kind of. We knew you there, no? On your prize in La Maestra, which is that competition that happens in Paris, in La Philharmonie de Paris, every year. Well, we had 2 editions so far, and L'Auditori was collaborating at the time through ECHO. And how has this kind of moment? What does it mean in your recent career? Has it changed something? Has it helped you in any way?
Yeah, it's changed a lot of things. I think it gave me a lot of exposure, which is wonderful, not only for me, but for all the candidates, actually. It was, obviously they invite a lot of orchestral managers, and it's put on RdP as well, which is a huge platform, I think, for classical music. But it really helped me keep working in France. I think being part French, that was one of my aims for the competition. It was not really to win or anything, it was just to have that contact with French orchestras and start working in France, which I'm very grateful to have been doing since. I think I now collaborate very regularly with French orchestras. But also, it just gave me a platform to express myself and to better myself as a conductor, to keep my development ongoing, but also to meet the fantastic team at La Maestra, but also the candidates as well. I think it's really created a little network where we can support each other, and we can, move forward knowing that there is some support there.
Fantastic. And for the coming years, is there anything that you can tell us about your future career?
Well,
things coming, exciting things that you're excited about.
I'm very excited about the Mozart, the Nozze di Figaro, which is happening at Glyndebourne. I continue for this season with my work as assistant conductor of the St. Louis Symphony. I have a few debuts with the Berlin Concert House and a couple of orchestras in France as well, and the rest is still under wraps. But I'm very excited to be able to share that with you when the time comes.
We'll be very excited to hear, and we're so glad to have you back, and hopefully to see you back again very soon. Per acabar, si us sembla, mencionar simplement que l'activitat de l'orquestra no s'acaba al Festival Mozart, sinó que també estarem presents al Festival Grec Aquesta serà l'última activitat de concert de l'orquestra, enguany, en aquest cas, oferint la cançó de la Terra amb Matías Pincha i el solista Stuart Skelton, tenor, i Jennifer Johnston, contralt. Tot això amb els visuals de l'Alba G. Corral. Moltes gràcies i si teniu preguntes, no sé si hi ha preguntes online, algun periodista que... No? Alguna pregunta?
En Joel ho ha explicat molt bé.
Molt bé. Doncs moltes gràcies i gràcies per fer-ne difusió.
Thank you.